Gen V, episode 5, gosh darn it. I thought this was another solid episode. I'm glad that we kind of resolved the weird blinking through time bit, because it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I like that. Okay, so that abrupt end to everything makes sense. Like, that abrupt end to episode 4 is clearly something's being manipulated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think they do a good job of the twist, which, by the way, we didn't do it for Low-Key, but
pizza time
for this. Well, when you find out Kate was the one manipulating.
Right.
Which I thought was a good twist. But the more you think about it, the more you're like, oh, it was right there. Of course, she would be the one that could mess with people's memories.
Right, because, she's got that power. Yeah.
Because she's kind of OP a little bit. Remember when she made the guards suck the flashlight like a dildo?
She made Rufus punch him or hit himself in the nuts every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
I love this.
But
yeah, you're gonna want to suck. Yeah, the other security guard. I'm gonna fucking put this. I want you to make this flashlight all wet with your mouth. What? I'm gonna do it right now.
Wow.
No, he was like, "What?" And then she touches him. Oh, I'm gonna do that right now. So funny.
I think. Well, it was so satisfying about this story, and then you have Andre find out, after her lying to him about this story. So, also, is it implying that the dude who had his penis exploded didn't actually? I think what it's implying, he didn't have. Like, was Kate lying about that story?
I don't know. I don't think so.
See, that's what I find, because it, like, just the way that it ends with Andre being so disappointed and pissed off, where, like, I think it has to be something where he feels like she might have lied about that or something. You know what I mean?
I think he's just mad because they were friends.
I don't think she did lie about it. Why would she lie about it?
I don't think she did lie about that. No, but it's the same thing as a comparable thing would be like, if you did something and like if you'd been manipulating me this whole time or something like that, like all the years we knew each other, and I just found out about it. I'd be a little pissed. I'd be like, really? I thought you were my friend. So I get why he's so upset, but
I don't know. Well, yeah, she lied because she had been messing with everybody this whole time. Like, she was trying to make Luke forget about Sam. Like, she was trying to get Golden Boy to forget about his brother.
Yeah, let's talk about the puppet sequence.
And then, like, it all seems all the more fucked up because they were having a relationship together too after all of this. So
how long have you been tonguing Golden Boy's girl's hole?
Oh my God, what a recap clip.
Yeah,
right,
right. Yeah, Jesus. Skip recap.
Yeah, and the puppet scene. Okay, so Sam meets up back with Marie and Emma. And they don't know him. They don't recognize him. They don't remember him.
Right.
And he's like, oh, they made you forget too. I'm going to make you guys remember. So then he's on the run still, and he ends up in a sewer where he talks to a puppet version of Emma, and then the troops come in, and he just fucking rips them to shreds.
At one point, he takes a guy's arm off and breaks it, and then shoves it down the guy's mouth.
He fucking smashed the guy's head so hard his brain pops out, and it's all puppets, which makes it so fucking funny. Like, it's so good.
So you're sitting there the whole time, and like you're like, oh my God, this is horrible. But it's like, okay, this is
it's funny.
At least it's not real, But then, of course, at the very end,
show it, and I'm like,
like this was real, and like, thanks. I needed to.
But that stays in the tone of the boys. That stays in the world that they built, and.
They had something very similar to that in The Boys. What was it? It was very similar where it was like a dream sequence, but it turned out to be real.
It was Black Noir getting beaten by Soldier Boy in season 3. So yeah, it's again, that's not the first time they've used like something that you associate with being a kid.
Well, dude,
with,
it
like,
makes
ultra
it
violence.
makes perfect sense, dude. When you suffer a trauma, you retreat within yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you and I have suffered any of that type of trauma, but I know that we have trauma in our lives.
Well, and it's showing us again. It's humanizing Sam, being like, this is a dude that has like legitimate mental health problems that he needs he needs help, like professional help. He
Right.
doesn't need to be treated like a lab rat,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
And
Getting a spinal tap.
but Jesus, yeah, break it. Oh my God, the end of the scene where that guy was like, I'm a single dad, I have 2 kids, and he just pops his head. I'm like, good Lord. But that's what's so insane about the world of The Boys, where it's like, that's so crazy and violent, but it's done with a puppet. So it's like, it's still this really insane
Let's
satire.
talk about
and
that,
it's
dude.
so
Let's
good.
talk about that, dude, because I want to talk about that because on one hand, I'm like, that's horrible that he still did that. But on the other hand, I'm like, dude, you're going after like superpowered individuals and you probably have great insurance. I mean, based on your job. And also, dude, I mean, every time you go out, you're in danger of losing your life. I mean, you're basically a soldier.
Yeah. I just.
So to kind of, seriously, let's.
But no, I think that
fictional character, do you think that he should have spared that fictional character or not?
No.
I don't either.
No, because I think, it's
Could have been lying.
Exactly. Why wouldn't that guy lie about it? He's gonna die. Why would he lie? No, but yeah. And then of course they do the big like pull away shot where it's all this blood and guts.
The
and
one
it's
guy
like,
hanging
oh
off
my
the
God.
rope.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then you see the dude like in the like not too far away. And again, the show continues to blow my mind of what they can get away with because the show.
Well, they can do anything they want.
The violence in this show is just absurd. But it reminds me a lot of like, I don't know if I've said this about The Boys before, but it reminds me a lot of Mortal Kombat, where like it's
comical
so
almost.
violent it
Right.
gets to insane, like the exploding penis,
Right.
Like and like this whole sequence is done with puppets. So when you see that shot, you're like, oh my gosh! But then you're also like, it's still done in a tongue-in-cheek way. Because if it's not done with a little wink at you, it's just perverse. It's just gross.
Right, but
here's
here's the other thing too is that most opponents of violence on television, video games, movies, whatever, most opponents say, okay, well, because kids are going to try and emulate that or whatever. Now, sure, like gun violence, physical assault, things like that, yeah, but no kid is going to be able to explode their friend's dick. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, this has to be comic in a way because it's not real. It cannot be real.
It's satire.
Yes.
It has to be extreme.
No person, like, punches through another person and through their mouth. Like, that doesn't happen. You know? That doesn't...
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, when his fist went through that dude's skull, I was like, oh, my God. But you know what? Again, the gore is cranked up to such a level that you just can't help but laugh and be like, this is a crazy ride, you know? And it's a good satire.
Oh, when she's standing in a pool, that guy's blood in his ear.
I was telling her, because Ashley hasn't watched it, and I told her about that. I was like, you know what I didn't think about is she could drown in his blood as she's swimming through his ear, like up to his ear. I was like,
so did she eat her way through him, or
she just swam through the blood? Oh, you mean what she did in his head?
Yeah, or did she just push the?
I think she just like
the little earpiece. She
I
pushed it through.
She did something to his brain. I don't know. I also love that they have the video footage from the party.
Yeah.
And Emma was just giant and naked. I was like, but you would think that would be bad, but everybody thinks like, hey, you're the giant girl, you're awesome. And I was like, I don't know. At least she's getting some sort of acceptance, I guess.
I just she to me is the moral compass of the show.
Yeah.
She has to.
But she smiled about it, so I don't know. Did she?
No,
did
I'm
she
saying
like
I'm saying like every other character in this show is willing to go to extreme lengths to protect themselves.
Yeah.
And Emma is almost, if one of us was dropped into this world, how we would act. Now, granted, her powers, she has killed somebody with pretty gruesomely, but it was but it was to save her friend.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So I think she's the moral center of the show, and what what we experience through her eyes is what we would experience in that world if we were in it.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't think any of us, I don't know. I mean, if we had blood powers. Also, obviously she's got healing powers too, but I'm so fucking tired. So fucking tired of the cutting open the hand, the palm. That is the dumbest place to cut yourself.
Then she can make the ropes with her hands.
I'm talking about the healing.
Oh, yeah.
She better have a healing thing. Because you know, dude, if you're going to cut yourself for something, you do it like on the back of your hand, somewhere that is not going to be used all the time. That'll never fucking heal. Why are you doing that? They did that in The Last of Us, too. Yes, when she was trying to save that kid. You idiot.
Well, she's a kid.
Idiot.
Yeah. Well, it continues, and then the interesting dynamic with Jordan and her, hooking up as a female with Marie, but then being like, well, why didn't I have sex with her as a man? And then the invisible guy who's got fucked, he's like, look, sometimes I like to hang out in the girls' shower, and sometimes I like to hang out in the boys' shower. I'm just trying to say, man, gender is a spectrum.
I gotta go. She's pissed.
And then Jordan's like, what the fuck?
I gotta go. She's pissed.
Wasn't that a goat?
The llama?
Or llama, yeah. It's like, jeez.
It's fucked up.
It's so fucked. But even he was making sense of it, being like, that's your own hang-up, not hers.
Well, because when they first get together or do anything in the show, Jordan's a guy. When they're in her room, when they're in Marie's room, and they start making out, Jordan is a guy.
Yeah.
Now, at the beginning, or rather at the end of that same episode, they wake up together and and she's a girl. And it's clear that Jordan prefers being a girl.
Jordan prefers presenting as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because honestly, I think there's more scenes of Jordan as a woman than there are of Jordan as a man.
Yeah. And
that continues to be an interesting dynamic with Jordan and Marie and how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's another solid episode, and it's always kind of frustrating because I always want more. I want to know where this is going.
I was lucky. I didn't start until it was 3. So I got to watch 3 of them before I really hit the wall. Yeah. Well, I got Hulu back now, so I'm going to watch Only Murders in the Building.
Well, good for you, man.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it. I watched half of the first season.
Do you not like good things?
I just don't finish things, okay, man? All right, you know what? I need Green Goblin to hop on his damn glider and burst through my window and say, "Finish it! Finish it!"
That was a long way to go.
You know what, man? You know what?
Sloppy.
Offpanelofftopic with Jake and Tyler.